Old souls, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts, if you'd like to come on in for Sky.
Under.
Go a little bit into the underworld, maybe. Come in, come in. Hello, old souls, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts. My name is Steph. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. We're going to utilize a set of my Misfit scrolls today. We're going to scry for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on some tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghosty here is, we have GhostTube kick in for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our abstract and ancient auric adventures. Overall, pleased to receive or release freely. And before we dive in, thank you so much for your time, attention, and awareness, as truly your presence and perspective is powerful and warms my haunted heart. So when you're ready, let's go. All right, old souls, if you'd like to open up with me, taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of fellow empaths, seers, psychonauts, old souls alike, thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. All right, so I'm just going to toss you off to the side here. Misfit scrolls. If you're aware, in the shop, the Old Soul Oracle is aged and antiqued, and sometimes things go awry. That's okay, so I took the awry, my misfits. But there's also a Light Seer's Oracle that is not aged. So if whichever way you like to roll. All right, I'm going to dig in. You know the drill. Please see, sense, and feel for yourself. Comment below what you see, expanding the iScry experience. Drop an emoji or a heart or like. I truly appreciate you and your interactions. Okay, so they're switching on me really, really fast. Panda bears, if that symbol means anything to anyone. Chickens, baby chickens. I also feel like I'm a little surprised in here. Like, you know how Michelle Pfeiffer has wide set eyes? There could be something along that lines. I don't know if it's like another race or somebody human that has an indication of like a physical attribute that implies or inspires the term that we seem to use is Starseed. There's also a gorilla. Okay, so this is bringing me into Stanley Kubrick's Space Odyssey
Scorpio.
Movie. Am I correct in there? Like there's like that obelisk or that thing that shows up and there's the monkeys around, but it's also like space. So maybe this is some sort of Odyssey. I don't even know if I know how to spell Odyssey. And there's something about specifically the spirit animals to step forward with the gorillas, monkeys, the pandas being black and white, and then the baby chickens, which kind of brings me into dinosaur land, but also the sky is falling. And if you were to see a spaceship or a boat come in, never have seen one before, from the waters, which to me is like, the water sea, it could feel like it's something's coming down. Old souls, are you sensing maybe this connection that they're
This is strange.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. We're here. Sound frequencies being drawn in closer to those that are receivers and transmitters. Yeah, I'm going to wander in there, because then even in here, it's like these containers with the different chakras, for simplicity's sake, vortexes. There's something happening in the crown space. They're all coming together. Oh, are you sensing this, old souls? This might be it's like an Okay, so like a jacuzzi is a hot tub, but a hot tub isn't a jacuzzi. It's like there's a psychonaut empath kind of vibe to this, or maybe one's empathic ability experiences are broadening into well, okay, sorry, I'm gonna find my words and let it fall out of my face. Like a psychedelic psychonaut experience, but it seems to be energetically. There's more eyes, eyes, wide set eyes, eyes close together. There's a ring around the road, hands together, hands coming
In front of
together.
you.
This energy up here with all of these, yeah, they're drawing in closer, right in the crown space. One might think of it as ancestors, but I want to consider that these ancestors are currently incarnate as some sort of interdimensional, interstellar. So they are existing currently embodied right now.
Buried.
Okay, thank you. Because it's an aspect of an ancestor that maybe you've had an incarnation with long ago. But do you know what I'm saying? Coming together, it's like meeting somebody. And when you put your hands together, like spinning, you spin me right round, baby, right round. There's a conversation happening around this energy, around this coming together. It's like a meeting, but in this Odyssey like there's an observation aspect to
You won't understand.
this opening. Oh, I'm not trying to understand linearly. And I think this is the thing. Appreciating linguistics, but not getting locked in on it. Okay, let me add on some cards here. See what's going on. And if I didn't say so already, thank you so much for sharing, and subscribing. The link to the extended will be below if you would like to become a part of the Secret Society, the second tier for all extendeds. I appreciate you. Your elite energy exchange. Oh, for heavens and hot dogs. 'Tis the truth. I speak the truth. All right, let's keep going. And we'll flip it. We'll flip the scrolls and we'll read from the flip side over there. The Cherokee talking stick tradition. Okay, that's where you are in there. You popped out, but I wasn't sure who or what you were. So there is somebody also with flippers. No. Okay, yes. So there might also be in that empathic energy, but it's landing into helping me land into either a planetary kind of figure or essence, like the mer people, right? Because I feel like that's how I'm swimming, and it again, like the sea, the water being the sky. Anyway, we're surreal. Because there's I think we can say, generally speaking, amongst our current planet's configuration, there's power at play, and navigating it energetically and emotionally while earthly. And it's that's the trifecta for this extra existence. Not extraterrestrial per se, but I'm not really sure. Maybe terrestrial does fit. What is that? It's I don't know the actual definition of terrestrial, like extraterrestrial, but just terrestrial. That word is standing out. And if you could merge the gorilla with the panda, but like this longevity and innocence of the chick, the baby chicken. Creativity. The Venus Renaissance, Italy. See, there's timelines. Oh, this is turning into I've said it before, a tablet of sorts, but it's a shield that has information on it. You're like nearing the not the definition per se. I think it's the understanding. Okay, because it's bringing me into justice, that the places that we have in place. So maybe there's going to be things here on earth through the earthly justice system that are being changed or being revealed. And then there's this universal justice. If you wander into the Kybalion, Hermetics, etc., even karma being considered universal justice. There's some sort of depiction who's that? There is a woman who has a hat on. And I didn't mean to say, like, who is that? But it just, the way she stepped in. Okay, so this is the way I'm going to say this.
I'm scared.
No need to be afraid. No one's going to harm you. Not while I'm around. The planetary parent. It's like having siblings here. And I love me my Ice Cry siblings. So fantastic. And I love you. Siblings are my favorite people in the world. My siblings. So anyway, okay. Love it. But imagine you have, I feel like there's a show trying to come through to help me, but it's not coming forward enough, where you have other kind, like I'm going to call them Starseed siblings. Okay. I'm going to get, it's the word. I don't need to worry about what, it's the word. Starseed siblings. Yeah. That's what it is. Okay.
I meant it.
Because this woman is stepping through almost that is showing me these two energies together. Vast vistas, nomads, steppes of Mongolia. And I have a feeling, look at all that sky, right? And even with that deer or antler or gazelle in there, you might really resonate with being of the sky or looking up at the sky. Cloud scrying might be a thing. You see things in the sky. You feel things in the sky. I see you there. There is, and we just did I scry the crow raven, and I can see right in here them leaving another little gift, symbolically speaking. Maybe you do work with the ravens and the crows, but birds in generals with it's like the chicks and the chicken are on the ground, but they weren't always on the ground. Okay. Yep. There's so many eyes. My nose is getting itchy. There's so many eyes. So I want to note that I feel like in this empathic exploration, but yet this existence from like beyond the planet, but it's brought to the planet for a reason. Like you receive from maybe other like from these interplanetary parents, but amongst siblings, or sense that somebody might be a sibling from a same time and space. It's the same time and space. It's just simply again, wide set. Something about the eyes. There's some sort of indication, a birthmark, heart resonance, because you feel the transmitting, radiating out. Yes, yes. It's not only from the heart, it's like it comes out at the high heart space closer to the throat, and also like the third eye, but between the third eye and the crown. Those chakras, like those energy points. There's also like a Jack and the Beanstalk magic bean kind of feel here. Strength. See, there's that motherly kind of figure. Somebody also might have a mother in spirit. My condolences. She's helping entangle something, but it's almost like these
Knife.
Okay, it's something from, if she's your mother, if this message is for one, thank you for holding space from this incarnation here and now. She's helping entangle something from her ancestry that had, like, her lineage has wandered through, and you might have felt the effects of that, but you've also accepted those. You've accepted those, knowing, because it was already known in that space of the exit point, that, okay, but I'll be back to help untangle them of sorts. But then as I say that as well, it's not just an entanglement. It's, you know, like if you have a bunch of cords behind your TV or your desk or your computer, and then you spend time like putting together, taping them, and then they become one strong fiber optic cord. So this is also what this is feeling like, is like that fiber opticness. And they're like, there's a bunch of wires inside, taut and tight and all tucked in cleanly, that it's like an upgradey feel, but I don't want to be cheesy about it, but it has an upgradey feel. The Emperor's coming through.
Up here.
Okay, thank you. Seven of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Some of you might also be... Thank you. I'm just going to toss that off to the side for a minute. Might have felt blinded, old souls, or there's you know when they put those blinder things on horses, I'm not entirely sure of the reason. I'm assuming so they don't get spooked, but I don't know. Feel free to tell me below. Talking heads. Because wherever this transmitting, like receiving and transmitting, sorry if I keep messing up, every so often it's like opening up but having these blinders, and these blinders do serve a purpose to stay on track to some degree or another. And here's the thing, like imagine if this was a box around my head and I could open the box and like for heavens and hot dogs, I'm already too liminal. Right, the doors open and they create these little blinders, but I'm staying focused. And then I'm like, okay. But then I can like swing this box around, like it would have different faces on it, but I'm not saying it's of like many different, in a malicious way. And I can see what it was seeing from a different perspective forward. I understand that might be a little odd, but imagine it's like I'm seeing it as a box, but it can also be like an astronaut space suit thingy, or a scuba diver. Interesting. It's like sometimes you might think, old souls, like things just make your eyes go cross-eyed. when we focus too hard on things, or you get into that and you just got to kind of shake it off. Okay, I want to note when I was talking about these hands coming together, and right here, this card, I could apologize for my nails being gross, but you are so used to it by now. See that? Right there. And right there.
Be careful.
Well, there's definitely an awareness there. Because there's something that is cracking. So the connection's already been made now. Because when that space that this is residing in, once this like Humpty Dumpty crumbles, sorry Humpty Dumpty, I don't mean to take you down in my thing here, but then it's like Tetris, right? Then it moves down. So what was that one spot, that portal that people can use? I'm going to use the term select. Select people can use. I'm not trying to say that in a snotty way. I'm saying that in, it's almost like there's different doors for different reasons. There's different doors for different reasons. Okay, let's add on a unicorn card, and then I will flip it. And if you're going to join us, I'll see you on the other side. So we have here, talk about your feelings, tell a friend how you feel. That's so sweet. So if you are moving through grief or having, insights that maybe something is going on here that I'm really connected to, concept, having that confidence where you can talk about
Hospital.
it, like that sibling as well. Maybe if you've recently been in the hospital, and or you have a memory of a parent, specifically a mother figure, was in the hospital before she passed, and talking to somebody, opening up the airways, opening up the emotions to get to like this, because I feel protected and not in a grand way, actually. I feel closed off in some realm, if that's your story. Again, it's like those blinders. Sometimes I feel like old souls, we just gotta don't look. Like, don't engage. And there's an intelligence to that. It may not be liked. It may not be what the majority or the people around you want, doing everything to engage or to have a response or a reaction that may be erratic or just may be quick-witted. But then you got to kind of follow up with that, right? Like, now you're in it to some degree or another. How deep? Above the knees. You're pretty good. You can wade through the waters pretty good, because it's like you're never in somebody else's deep end, if that makes sense. Okay.
Gate.
Worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded if any of the artistry is standing out. Maybe this is why it's a little surprising. It kind of reminds me of that saying when it's like sorry.
North.
It's more than you could have imagined when it happens. And maybe you get visited by these parent planetary beings or something along that lines. They're not going to look as odd as they could. And when I say odd, I mean in relation to the human blueprint. Like, it's there as well, but then there could be more watery, more airy, more fiery, more minerally, and there's these heightened aspects, and I feel like the energy might already be around you, maybe like above your home or your complex, or maybe just out in the world, but you have I don't even know how to explain it. Like, So I could imagine, and talking about your feelings here, you really want to have a trusted source or space to kind of, go through the verbal diarrheas and the yada yada yadas to be like, I'm trying to imagine what would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? Because whatever this wish is, or this desire of like waiting, and then this feminine figure comes forward. I also got a note that there's whoever you might speak to, whatever, if it's a past loved one, deity, God, source, pick a word that fits. There's a sensation that floods through me like information.
Water.
That, when they step forward, it's more than I could have imagined, and leaving room for that. And whatever kind of justices might be at play universally, earthly, emotionally, whatever the case is, the timeline of that is 20 years, 200 years, 2,400, whatever years. The benefits of that, when perhaps you're preparing to incarnate next round into that timeline, and it was worth waiting for, to be a part of here and now, for whatever it is that you are. It's giving and receiving, but it feels more receiving and transmitting. Okay, I'm going to head on over to the other side. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. One step at a time, Steph. One step at a time. I'll see you on the flip side, and if not, old souls, thank you so much. I will see you again next week. So much love.